With its distinctive swimming pools in the upper deck, there's a look inside Everbank Stadium here in Duval County, Florida. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Two teams here that came into the NFL together back in 1995, and off we go between the Jags and the Panthers. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Decent 24.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
Big 13 heavy. Silver.
On the ground, here's a fourth-round pick from April's draft. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on third and very long.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. Now Lawrence. It's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 33. A nice punt, but a good run back as well at 13 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
Ready,
looking to put a drive together.
Come on, 10 cycle. 50, yellow. Red, cycle. 6, mega. Set,
to throw, Young. That is caught. McMillan with it. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
One down, only about 500 more to go this season. He would certainly welcome most of his passes this year going as well as that. Now that the first one is over, time to settle into a groove and begin the long journey towards Week 18 and hopefully the playoffs.
Young. That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
It's got to feel good to hit on one of these in the first quarter of a brand new season. They're hoping this duo can really make some noise this year. And this is a great start. A big play here early in the ball game.
Ready. Black 40. Trouble 38. Set.
A quick throw by Young, caught out wide. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Xavier Legette, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 35.
35-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Isaiah Simmons there defensively.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Rip, 20. Hey, I'm gun. This one is hot.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the 1st down.
Hey, go. 11. Hey, Ginger, touch. Sink right. Here we go.
Now Lawrence. Now he's going to step up and run. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, try and hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback who's going to his left. A little bit tougher.
Exactly.
Lawrence going to throw again. They'll try and set up the screen to Tootin. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. That's caught. It's Travis Hunter. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Going for the deep ball. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Hunter with his 1st career touchdown in his 1st career game. And the Jaguars are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 7-7, our score after 1.
That's good for a Panthers first down.
Panther football to start quarter number 2.
First down.
As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Shot, 17. Red, 38. Ready.
Straight ahead with Hubbard. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. The tackle by Eric Armstead.
No gain on
Now
the
a
play.
2nd and 10.
Second and 10.
Strike it.
Jaguars'
That's a
41-yard line.
Blue, 32. Drill green. Set.
Young now. He'll find McMillan here. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 25-yard line.
And the Panthers first down.
Down.
A gain of
50,
16
green.
yards.
Fight.
Now Young going to move him around.
Black ultra. Cut.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. There's Trumbo, the tight end. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Tommy Trimble, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
Jaguars 7. Ryan Fitzgerald.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Think right open. Here we go.
Lawrence. Oh, that'll be incomplete. No, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Red on red. Hey, I'm gun.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Take it at the 37. There'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in the touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll play fake. Now Young. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 2 yards to go, 2nd down.
At the 29-yard line.
50, green. Ready?
Young. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Set, ready, fight. 133, yellow. Hut, hut.
Third down, Young from the gun.
Working in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 14. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
First carry here for Joe Mixon.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
Joe Mixon
With career touchdown number 75.
And the Panthers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Here's Lawrence to throw. That's complete. It's Brian Thomas.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Got ready?
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Hey, Lion.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hey, Soko, 100. 11. Sink right. Here we go.
Now Lawrence to throw. He'll get this out to Tootin.
Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
And 1 at the Panthers' 42-yard line.
Hey, I'm gun. Here we go.
Again, it's Lawrence. That's caught by Myers.
Touchdown, Jaguars.
Jacoby Myers,
42 yards.
and the Jaguars are back within a score.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Young will set to throw.
Short throw hauled in by Trimble.
And he He's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10.
A gain of 11 on the play.
Young to throw it.
And the Panther first down.
And caught by Trimble. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, Carolina.
Again, it's Young. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Open man left side, it's the tight end Trimble. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Panthers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Nick Scorton. That is one that he will remember. His first career sack in his first career game in the National Football League. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And he returns this to the 22.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the 2nd half, Charles, remember in that 1st half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that 1st half.
Looking middle, and he finds McMillan. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the 1st down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Down.
1st and 10
Yellow,
at the
43.
34-yard line.
On the handoff, running left is Hubbard. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32.
That is Josh Hines Allen getting in there to bring him down.
At the 32-yard
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Let's go now. Hut.
Short throw hauled in by Trimble. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 36 yards on the play.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
Here's Young.
Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
32.
And the Panther 1st down.
Ready.
Young. Panthers. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Panthers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Jaguars 14. Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
Hey, tomato. Done. 11. Hey, I'm gun. Here we go.
Here's Lawrence. He's going to air one out. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Sink right. Hey, chill. Here we go.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blow-off material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Ball red. Set, ready. 33, yellow, cut.
It's Young off play action. That is caught. McMillan with it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Carolina.
To throw, Young. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in for second half blowout material. A handoff, running back, Mixon. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Ready, set.
On play action, Young. And that is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Ready.
Young to throw it. And he is caught. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 13-yard line. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down. back now in Jacksonville. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Okay,
From
right.
the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. 50.
Here's Young from the shotgun. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Panthers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
This is caught at the 20. Yeah, he's going to get this deep on the Carolina side of the field. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 53 yards.
For a Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
11. Soka. Hot. Sink right.
Now Lawrence.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
Son, they said it's hot. It's hot.
Lawrence will throw.
And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6.
A gain of 6 yards. It's 4th down.
Here we go. It's hot. 13, Lou. Oh, sink right open. Here we go.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence. He'll try to do it himself.
A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Ready.
It's been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dab. Been a big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Black, blue, yellow. Ready.
Young now. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here we go. 60 red. Black ultra. Set.
Throwing, Young.
Well, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
Sets up a first down and goal at the 8-yard line.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Lawrence.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Ralph! Hey, Soko, say hut. Ready.
And he is not going to get in as the big body stop him at the 1. He tried to get the nose of the football across to no avail, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try again, but he will not get to the goal line. In fact, he won't get to the line of scrimmage as they push him back to the 2. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there.
And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down.
Go, let's go.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
Well, this opening game has certainly not gone their way at this point, but, yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10. At their own
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Certainly no reason to panic. They got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think you might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach Bob just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
They have 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Looking to throw, Young. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace where the other offense are going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now Lawrence.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Let's go.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. A short throw there to Strange. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first three quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Hey, Ron. 13 Luke. Hey, Soko, high. 11 Agate. 30 left.
A final shot now for Lawrence. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1. And one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Panthers, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year.